Hi everyone, today we are going to be learning how to count our dots on a dice. So we know how to count the dots with our fingers, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But now the challenge is if you can count them without having to, or if you know what number they are without having to count them out every time. So the more we play this game and the more we get familiar with dice, the more we will just recognize those numbers. So we are going to play a game and you're gonna have a partner. We're going to take turns rolling the dice. So I'll go first. I got a 3. So I notice how I didn't have to go 1, 2, 3. I just saw the number and I recognized it. I knew it was 3. If you have to count that, that's perfectly fine. That's where we're all at right now, is still kind of counting the numbers. But as you get going, your brain will memorize what number it is without having to count them out for those higher numbers like 5 or 6. So I rolled a 3. Now I'm going to pick 3 stickers out of my pile. So I have a lot of different stickers. And so I'm going to pick them and I'm going to put 1 in each little ice cube tray spot. So 1, 2, 3. And it's kind of a fun game that you get to play with your friends because you want to try to fill your tray up before your partner fills it up. So it's kind of a competition to see who can roll the higher numbers. So then now it would be the next person's turn. So they'll roll the dice. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then your partner would put 4 stickers in their slot. So I'm just gonna pretend that I'm both people to show you how to do it. So 2, 3, 4. And you're gonna fill up the whole ice cube tray. So this is a big one, it's 6. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now my ice cube tray is almost full. I only have 1 empty, so I need to roll the dice until I get the 1 when it's my turn. So I'll roll. Oh, is this a 1? No. So now my turn's over, and then your partner gets to go. So when it's your turn again, still not again. So you keep going until you get the right numbers. So 5's not what I need, 3 is not what I need. What did I get? A 1. So I put my final 1 in there, and now I have completed my tray. And then the very exciting part is that you get to keep the stickers when you're all done. So it doesn't matter if you win or lose, you still get to keep the stickers. It's just kind of fun to see who gets theirs first. And then if you wanted to up this game even more, after we play a few rounds, we can add another dice in and another ice cube tray. So then you have to add the numbers. So this would be more for like first grade level or a little bit further into the kindergarten year, just to add on to the activity to make it fit in more grade levels. Then you would do the same thing. You'd roll both the dice, and then let's say it was a 1 and a 2, so they'd have to add it up. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, and then they'd add 3. And the reason why we'd have a second ice cube tray is because by adding the numbers, it's gonna fill up a lot faster. So this will make sure that they get more and more practice with that. So another thing that we could do is there are dice that have the actual numbers on them, not the dots. You could use those too for your activity. And then another thing is you could have them log all of the numbers that they rolled on their dice. So that way it's helping them write their numbers and get better with their handwriting with their numbers. And also it's just helping their brains visually see that this is 2 dots. And then if they have to write the number 2 while also counting 2 objects, it's really gonna add on to that and help them memorize these dots a lot faster because they're connecting all of it together. Another nice thing that you could do, obviously I use stickers, I just used what I had, but I also made it fun because then they got to keep them, so you could relate it to what they're interested in. Also stickers, Spider-Man stickers, doesn't matter. Maybe you have like a giant box of stickers and they get to pick 10 of the stickers that they want to use for their game. So that's an option. Obviously you wouldn't need to let them pick them. Maybe they could pick one, or, you know, because that would be a lot of stickers. But that's another fun thing. You could do it by color coding. So you could have different colored dice, and you could roll the yellow one first. Okay, now you need 5 yellow bears, and have them put 5 yellow bears in here. You could have a red dice. They roll the next turn, they roll that dice. Now they need 4, and if this is the red dice, red bears. So you can use your colors too, just to kind of incorporate that. So there's a lot of different ways that you can change this around and, you know, see what your class needs, because maybe your class needs a little extra help with their colors, so that would be a good way to help them with that. Or like I said, maybe you're a little bit further in and you can start using more than one number. So, you know, maybe you have those 2 dice like we were talking about, where they have 1 on each number that they have to add together. Wouldn't necessarily be into your addition unit or things like that, but it could introduce it for sure. So you just kind of have to see, play it by ear as far as where your kids are at, because some kids may be further, you know, everyone might be at different levels, so you can kind of change it around to make it inclusive to all of those different levels of where they're at. So again, this is the egg carton counting. I just changed it around to create my own, but it is the egg carton idea out of the textbook, and I just made it my own. So, all right.